How are we feeling, peeps? I'm gonna wait for everyone to hop in the chat here. Let me know where you guys are watching from, what's happening. We got a lot to break down before kickoff. Let me know if you can hear me properly. Obviously, we're not in the studio. I'm actually at my parents' house, my sister's birthday, so I'm in George. So we're celebrating that here. But yeah, let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if everything's working correctly. Seems like it is. Mike, what's up? Lots of guys in the chat. Mason Smith, what's up? What's up? Yeah, I'll just drop something in the chat just so I can make sure everything's working before we dive into lineups, predictions, all of that. As you can see, I'm a little bit more comfortable today than I was last week because I don't have to speak into my mic that was here. I have the mic here now. So I can kind of chill back. We can all chill together and watch us. East London, all good. Yes, okay, sweet. It sounds like we are operational here. Cape Town, Mike's from Cape Town. Yanpan, what do you mean no way? What do you mean no way? East London, yo, lots of people from East London. We had a lot of guys from America last time tuning in. South Africans that are now staying in America. But we got a lot to cover in this build-up. George is my hometown. I love George. It's so like a chill, nice and peaceful. But we have a lot to cover. Before we get into this, please will you go ahead and just give the live a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. You guys can see how many subscribers we are on. I would love to end the stream with 42,000 subscribers. So let's see if we can do that. You'll click subscribe and you'll see the numbers start to change. So yeah, what we're going to do in the build-up is I'm going to go through the lineups, or probably just mainly the Springbok lineup. I'm not going to act like I know a lot about the Georgian lineup. We're going to chat through that. And then I'm going to give you my prediction. You guys are going to give me your predictions, and then we're going to head into the game. Hopefully you guys either have the game up in front of you. I obviously can't show the game. Lots of guys from Bloem, Namibia. Does anyone know what happened in the Namibia-Zimbabwe game that was on at 3? I'm not going to lie, I hope Zimbabwe won, because that would be some story. But I mean, Namibia were probably favorites going into that one. Tino, who also plays for the Sharks, has been absolutely tearing it up for Zimbabwe in that competition. All the way from Oz, Queensland. Carl, what did you think of the Aussies against the British and Irish Lions? I don't think the British and Irish Lions are that good. I mean, Australia definitely gave them a run this morning. I feel like the Boks would pump the British and Irish Lions like 15, 20 points. That's just my feeling. I haven't been like over impressed by what the British and Irish Lions have done against the club teams. And I mean, Australia hung on extremely well in that game this morning. Please don't mute today. I'm going to try my best. I don't have the option of muting or not because I don't have my mic. It's all on this, so we should be good the entire time. We also may have a surprise guest coming through. I don't know if he's going to make it or not. We're going to have to wait and see. Yeah, does anyone know what happened in that Namibia-Zimbabwe game? I could probably check quick because I'm very interested to know actually. Zimbabwe are currently leading 23-16. Unreal. That would be one hell of a story. Because I think if Zimbabwe win that, then they qualify for the World Cup. Am I wrong? I'm a South African, but I agree Boks would smash Lions. Yo, Jordan, my first time joining you live. Excited for this match. Our new front row must shine. Yeah, 100%. We're going to dive into the lineups in FYS under 19 cricket got thumped by Bangladesh by 104 runs. That's a tough look, eh? That is a very tough look. All right, guys. I think let's get first round of predictions before we jump into the lineup. Give me what you think. Obviously, Georgia played the Cheetahs last week, and the Cheetahs ended up beating Georgia 24 points to 20. Friend of the channel, Ntokozo Makaza, ended up scoring 2 tries for the Cheetahs. So he had an absolutely phenomenal game against Georgia. But you kind of got to think, like, Cheetahs are probably the 5th best provincial team in South Africa, and then it's probably the Lions, and then, I mean, it's pretty difficult to differentiate between Sharks, Bulls, and Stormers. But if you think if the Cheetahs beat Georgia, what are the Boks going to do to Georgia? Especially with the backline we've got today. 33-16, Carol says, if Brian Fenter scores a try, you owe me a bribe, Ricky. 100, that's a deal. That is a deal. I mean, on debut, that would be unreal for him. Okay, let's start. Once you guys get your predictions in here, then we will start having a look at the lineup. Any illegal stream? I'm in Georgia and I don't know how to watch this. No, bro, I cannot. Extremely illegal, and I think my channel will get taken down. But I will have the I'm going to try that you guys can maybe hear a little bit of the commentary in the background, and we'll see what happens there. 64-7 to the Boks, Mike says. You think Georgia have a try in them? I mean, we kept Italy to 0 points last week. I don't know. I don't see where Georgia get a try here, if I'm being very honest with you. You look at that back line. It's a very, very good defensive back line. You look at the forwards, our loose forwards. I mean, we might as well just jump into the lineup because I'm busy speaking about it. Montana, USA, well, what's up, brother? 57-10, Hard Thinker says. So you guys think this is going to be... Look, I think Italy beat Georgia by 15. I think Italy beat Georgia by 20 points quite comfortably. So if you put it in that perspective, if the Boks are operating, you've got to remember we had a red card last week with Jasper Visser going off. I think it was the 23rd minute. So if we can stay 15 men for the entire game, you've got to think that Georgia's in a little bit of trouble. You've got to think that it's a 60, 70 point game. I mean, last year the Springboks played Portugal in Bloemfontein, and I think we beat Portugal 72-7 or something like that. I think Portugal and Georgia is a very good game. While I do think Georgia will probably come out on top, I think it's a very similar type of opponent. Did you watch the All Blacks versus France match? No, I didn't. I was actually on a flight from Cape Town to George during that time. But I did see, I saw France were leading half-time, and then the All Blacks came and ended up winning that in the second half. Jazz, what's up, brother? Welcome back. Excited for the 2 games. My prediction 56-3. Controller Cracker says 77-0. Lineouts would be our strongest weapon. This match with Ruanoke, yeah. I mean, if you look at the lineouts from last week, let's compare the first Italian test to the second Italian test. The first Italian test, our lineouts were not functioning well, and then it worked up until Jan-Hendrik Wessels came on in the second half. You have to give him a little bit of leeway, because he isn't a hooker. It was a little bit of an experiment. I know they say he's a prop and can play hooker, but he overthrew quite a few balls. But up until that point, our lineup was working perfectly, and you're right, that comes down to Ruanoke. 107.5. Okay, let's put a little bet on the table here. What happens if the Springboks win the team? That's their bread and butter set piece. So it is going to be interesting with a full debutant front row. But I think if our set piece is operating, then we're kind of going to nullify Georgia. We're going to take away their strength. 62-14, Andre says. Carl, I think Pieter-Steph du Toit will have a big game tonight. I hope so. He was a little bit quiet last week. Lagging a bit, you say. Is it still lagging? I hope this Wi-Fi holds up. Like I said, I'm not in the studio. What are your thoughts on Chichuka not being involved in this game? Yeah, look, I think Vincent had an extremely strong start to his Springbok career. He played phenomenally well against the Barbarians. He played phenomenally against Italy in that first test match. I think it's a bit unfortunate, but I do think he's going to make the Rugby Championship side, and we'll see him against the likes of Australia, New Zealand, or Argentina. Probably, or Australia and Argentina. I can't see us not playing Pieter-Steph du Toit against New Zealand. It's going to be interesting. 97-0, 95-10. Okay, so we've got some big score lines. Okay, so let's go through this team real quick. So as I alluded to, a fully debutant front row, and I don't think that's ever happened in Test match rugby. Boan Venter, Marnus van der Merwe, and Neerting Verschier. Now, Marnus van der Merwe has been playing some really good rugby for Scarlets in the URC. And I think Rassie is still trying to find that third hooker in this team, right? We've obviously got Malcolm Marx and Bongi Manambi. but we don't really have that third choice hooker. Rassie was sort of experimenting with Johan Grobler last year, and he dropped him from the side, so that clearly didn't work. He's tried to use Jannie quite a few test matches this year for the Springboks. Then Neetling Forshire as well had a phenomenal season for the Stormers. He really impressed me in that Barbarians game, and I think he's got a big couple of years in him. I think if Neetling Forshire performs this year, we could definitely see him in the World Cup side. And then our 4 to 8 is just absolutely deadly. Eben Etzebeth and Ruan Nokia, arguably our best lock combination. Now, I still want to see Eben and Archie Snyman start a game. I do understand that Archie is very good off of the bench, is a good impact player, kind of like Kwagga Smith. But you got to ask the question, who's the best in that number 5 jersey? We still have Louis Diaga, we have Sos. We have so many guys that can slot into that 4 and 5. So Rassie, I think, is just trying to find the best combination for that 4 and 5. And I would like to see Eben and Archie at a point, but take nothing away from Ruan Nokia, because he really calms down the forwards. And when Ruan Nokia is on the pitch, our lineouts work. It's as simple as that. Then the loose trio, Siya Kolisi, Peter Stetter-Toy, stock standard. Jasper Visser gets a red card last week. He's out for 4 matches. I don't know if Rassie just wanted to make it easy for jerseys or for teams, or on the team selection page, just to save some time, but he's put Kobus Visser in at 8. Now, Kobus Visser is a lock and a flank. I don't think Kobus Visser has ever played a professional game of rugby in that number 8 jersey, which is very, very interesting. It's an experiment. Rassie said in a press conference this week that it is an experiment. Whether it's going to pay off or not, we're going to see. What do you guys think about Kobus Visser in that 8 jersey? Because that is an interesting call to me. He came on last week and made some serious impact, and I like the way that Kobus Visser plays rugby, but is he a number 8? We're going to find out today. Controller says, do you think Kobus Visser will be turning into an 8, or do you think it's just for now while his brother has a card, 3rd option? I think it's an experiment. Look, Siya can also play 8. Siya plays 8 for the Sharks, so that's another option. I just think we have so much depth in that number 8 jersey, and I know Cameron Hanekom and Ulrich Loh are injured, and they would definitely be up there in the ranks for that 8 jersey. And then you still got Evan Roos, Kwagga Smith, Jean-Luc Depree, Jasper Visser when he's back. And now if you add Kobus Visser and Siya Kolisi into that 8th man depth, it gets quite scary. And you got to decide then who you're going to be playing. In that New Zealand test, in the Rugby Championship. For me, I still think Jasper Visser is and then I think our 2nd and 3rd best 8th men are actually injured in Ulrich Loh and Cameron Hanekom. Net360, hi Jordan, Pretoria boy. People always say Snyman. Kobus will be good at 8. I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised with Kobus Visser at 8 today. Then let's get into the backs. And you look at that back line, and it is absolutely electric. Electric. Grant Williams, Sasha Feinberg Ngumazulu. I'm so excited to see a podcast with you and Mr. Tim Kutsia would be great. I will organize that, don't you worry. With all the changes Rassie's been making, do you think most of the new guys will appear in the World Cup? I think it's still too early to say. I think this is Rassie kind of testing them out and seeing where they're at. He has to test guys that show promise, and they're either going to sink or they're going to swim. And those guys that I think next year is going to give an idea of who's going to the World Cup, because a lot of things can still change. I mean, people can come in and come out through next season, beginning of 2027. I mean, you could see some of these under 20 guys that are playing in the final tonight against the All Blacks sort of come through. I mean, you look at like Hashim Peed, the number 9 for the under 20 Springboks, is absolutely phenomenal. He could be going to the World Cup in 2027. So there's still guys coming through the system. I mean, you look at an Ntokozo Makaza, who could also potentially make that World Cup squad. You got Vusi Moyo, who plays 10 for the under-20 Springboks. So there's so much talent coming through the ranks of South Africa. You look at the Craven Week that just happened, and that centre pairing in Marcus Miller and Ethan Adams. There's so much competition and so much quality coming through the ranks at the moment that I think right now, you can't be like, these guys are definitely going and these guys aren't. I think it depends on depends on form, especially around a World Cup. It depends on experience, and we know Rassie Erasmus is going to pick a squad average age about 30, 31. So you think the guys you'll see at the World Cup will have 15 or more caps for the Springboks. So Rassie's working with a plan here, but there could be those exceptions that kind of come through, like a Hashim Peed or someone like that from the under 20s. Is the Springboks playing on SABC2? No, they're not. I don't think SABC are streaming it today. Sue Gamer says that backline will be the reason Georgia will stop playing rugby. I think this backline is going to be the difference. Grant Williams, Sasha, I'm super excited to see them pair up because I think Grant and Sasha play a similar style of rugby, very attacking, very sharp. They can break the game open. They're not one-dimensional players, so I think it's going to be scary what they put together. You look at our wings, Curtly Aronson, Edwil van der Merwe, no introduction. Edwil van der Merwe has played 2 games for the Springboks, won man of the match in both of those games. He just, when he puts on that Springbok top, he just turns into a different beast. Our centers in Damien Delende and Kane and Moody. I mean, Damien Delende might be the most nailed on Springbok going to the 2027 Rugby World Cup. He's just so consistent. And then you got Kane and Moody, who's never lost in a Springbok jersey, and that's not going to stop today. And then you've got the weekend special Apalele Fassi in that 15 jersey. So this just screams attack, attack, attack to me. Apalele Fassi is not going to drop a ball at the back. And I would actually warn Georgia maybe not to kick to the Springboks as much. They need to hold on to that ball, even if they're in their half, because I think you give those guys a little bit of space at the back and you're in big, big trouble. Gustav, random one. Do you think Ntokozo is someone from the under 20? I just answered that. That's funny. Are the Springboks? No. You read my thoughts. I want to see some running rugby tonight. I think, this backline is running rugby. There's no, I don't see us not playing running rugby with this backline. Are you going to stream this match or will you be just talking? I'll just be talking. I'll be watching, giving you my thoughts. Stream a SuperSport stream on YouTube. That's very, very illegal. I love watching Grant play. He's so magical and flashy and finds those open gaps like nothing. Yeah, Grant Williams is, in my opinion, our best scrum off at the moment. Again, I can't tell you a bad game that Grant Williams has played for the Springboks. His box kicking is so pinpoint. Watch his box kicks today. His box kicks are so hardly ever a box kick where there isn't a... Then the bench. I mean, Rassie's gone for a controversial 5-3 split. We've seemed to have gone away from the 6-2 bench splits. Some people call the 7-1 a controversial bench split, but I think for the Springboks, a 5-3 bench split is as controversial as a 7-1. Do you think the Springboks will lose a game this year, and if so, to who? Look, I think we have to be realistic, right? Our 4 biggest games are the 2 away to New Zealand and the 2 games away to France and Ireland. Realistically, if we win 2 out of those 4 games, I think it's a successful season. I know everyone wants to win every single game, but if we can win 13 out of 15 games this season and the only 2 we lost was away to France and away to New Zealand, then I think that's a successful year. Let me know what you guys would define as a successful year for the Springboks. I mean, if we go and beat all of them and win 15 out of 15, this might be the best Springbok generation in history. This might be the best rugby team ever to take the pitch. So there's a lot of pressure on them to win those away tests, and I think a lot of Springbok supporters expect us to win when it's very difficult to go away to those teams and to get the victory. For sure, he's the best scrummy. I used to like Faf, but yeah, Grant took that position by storm, 100%. But here's the bench. Bongi, Thomas, 100%. But here's the bench. Bongi, Thomas, Vincent Koch, power. I'm hoping Bongi has a little bit of a better outing at line-out time than he did. Previously, Thomas Atoy needs to rectify his mistakes from last week. He got subbed off after 30 minutes. I think he's a better tight head than he is a loose head. So take that for what you will. Vincent Koch, I mean, we know what we're going to get from Vincent Koch. He's experienced. He's going to do damage there. Then we've got Archie Snyman. He's going to come on at at lock. You've obviously got Peter Steptoe, who can also cover lock. Crocker Smith will cover 6, 7, or 8. And then our 3 backs in Faf, Andre Pollard, and Damian Willemse. I'm going to be interested to see where Damian comes on. Is he going to come on at 12? Is he going to come on at 15? Is he going to come in at 10 and 100 to 12? There's a couple of variations that Rassie can use for this bench, and I'm very, very interested to see where those guys come on, because that's going to tell us a lot about Rassie's experimentation sort of moving forward. Okay, we're about 8 minutes to kick off. So that's the lineup. How are you guys feeling about the lineup? How are you guys feeling about this game? Look, I don't think anyone's specifically worried about this game. We don't have to be. But I will say, I do think if the Springboks only score 40 or 50 points, some people will be a little bit disappointed in that, because we're expected to get the win, we're expected to get it comfortably. So what is that margin where we thought, okay, we had a good game? Is it 8 tries? Is it 10 tries? Is it 12 tries? Is it not conceding a try? Is it not conceding any points? I think we kind of need to weigh up our expectations here, because that's what's going to put us in a good mood or bad mood after this game, is what are our expectations. And I will give you my prediction just before kickoff, but what are the expectations? What do the Springboks have to do for us to feel satisfied at their performance? Damian Willemse at lock, who says no. Bro, to be honest, you never ever know with Rassie. I mean, Crocker could come on and play 12 or 13. Faf could go into 10. Pollard could play 12. Damian Willemse could play wing or fullback. Rassie's going to test it out. I mean, we've got nothing to lose here. Last week was a good score for 14 men, but it was ugly win. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think, I mean, if you said to us before that Italian test, you're going to beat Italy 45-0 and you're going to be with 14 men and down to 13 men at a stage for 60 minutes, I think everyone would have been like, sharp. That sounds great. But you almost feel a little bit unsatisfied at the end of the game. I don't know, it's weird. Where, I mean, if we beat New Zealand 9-10, we've had a phenomenal game and everyone's going to be ecstatic. There might be a couple of guys who maybe aren't. But yeah, what are the expectations for this game? Maybe I should even add a poll here. Let me see if I can add a poll. Because then we can get a quick gauge of where everyone's at. Let me just figure this out quick. But I mean, you can drop it in the comments as well if you want. Content live. And are you guys enjoying these live streams? For the Springbok games that don't attend, if you want me to keep doing these, let me know. Obviously, you can also tell me at the end. Okay, let me quickly put a poll in here for us. Start a poll. Springboks to win by. Let's see. 40 points. 50 points. 60 points. 70 plus. Okay, votes on this poll. And let me know what you guys are thinking. I'll put my vote in. What are you guys saying? At this point, Rassie will put Ox at wing in the second half, like Ox when playing for the Sharks as a prop, seeing a lot of the wings sometimes. Why aren't they playing on SABC2? I think SuperSport only gave SABC the rights for last week's game against Italy, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit frustrating that we can't watch the Springboks for free, but I mean, it is what it is. Let's see what you guys are saying on this poll. No, I'm not going to show the game, bro. Sure, this poll's split. It's almost evenly split between all of them, 40 points, 50 points, 60 points, 70 plus. I think we've had an exceptional day if we win 70 plus. Exceptional, because you got to think that's more than 10 tries or more. That's a try every 8 minutes. That's proper. Okay, Springboks are busy running out. Get your final predictions in. Get your final predictions in. Let's see who knows ball. Sure, 24. The most popular thing on the poll at the moment is 32% for 50 points. We can't even watch our national team for free. I know, it's crazy, bro. I don't know why they're not showing on SABC2. If I don't work for SuperSport, otherwise I would push for that. Bro, what time is it starting? They're about to sing national anthems. They said kickoff is 10 past, but they're never on time. They're always a couple of minutes late. I would assume like 13 past 5, somewhere around there. They'll be starting. Sure, so you guys think 62% of people think 50 points or 50 points. So you guys are kind of putting them on the same level as Italy last week, and I don't think Georgia are on the same level. Also, the Springboks beat Italy by 45 points with a red card. So let's bear that in mind. After close analysis, the Boks will win 63-3. Look, I think the general public will be extremely happy if the Springboks win. If we win by 70 points or more, that's an objectively phenomenal performance from the Springboks. If it's a bit scrappy and we win by 40 to 50, I could see a scenario where people are unhappy, but people are also satisfied. 60 points, I think people will be satisfied, but I think anything under 45 points, we're not going to be satisfied as Springbok supporters. 40 points. Yes, you guys really think Springboks only by 40 points? 35% of people. I just think this backline is going to open them up. I don't think Georgia are going to be able to take, and we're going to dominate up front. Our bench is a whole lot stronger. Yeah, I don't know, we're definitely going to see some running rugby from the Springboks today. 100%. Georgia's national anthem is quite cool though, not going to lie. How do you think they're feeling? I mean, they're pitching up here. Do you think there's any thoughts in their mind that they have a chance here? Like, what does a successful day for Georgia look like? Less than 30 points, less than 40 points? If they score a try? Like, I think it's easy to think about what a successful day for Georgia looks like compared to the Springboks, if you know what I mean. 60 plus. Africa, Georgia's cuck scared. It's going to be a tough match for the first half, but I agree. I don't even think so. If you look at the way we started last week against Italy, we started well. And, I mean, you look who's back. Sia's back. Peter Steph de Toy, yes, he played last week. Earban's in the team. Ruan Nokia. Kobus Vesta is going to be interesting. And then the backline is just what dreams are made of. So I don't see us having a slow start. I'm going to give you guys my prediction. I think we're going to keep them to 0. Hopefully we don't give away a silly penalty. I think we're going to keep them to 0. And I think that's actually what success looks like for Rassie, is us not conceding a point. And I think we're going to score 10 tries. So I'm going to go, I think we'll score we could score more than 10 tries. I'm going to go 72-0. That's my prediction. Let me know what you think. 72-0. France's best anthem, you know which other anthem I really like is Scotland. Scotland's anthem is unreal. Last year I went and watched Springboks versus Scotland at Edinburgh at Murrayfield. One of the sickest anthems live ever. I don't think anything will top that for me. I think this will be the best Georgia performance of all time with a cool 55-10 to the Springboks. Krabba says, most def, it's good to hear your thoughts while the game is on. Let's go, bro. Enjoy the game. Let's get this thrashing on the way. Grant says, don't stress, bro, we'll nail them. 73-5, Marcel says. I don't think they're going to score a try. Unless it's like an no, I don't think they're going to score a try. Let me just get this timer ready. Here we go. Oh, I love Saturdays. I love Saturdays. Oh, and Bobes is commentating. Let's go. Big game for Sia. It's so good to see Sia Khaleesi back in a Springbok jersey. Kanan Moody, 13 wins from 13 appearances in a Springbok jersey. Gonna make it 14 today. Big game for Boan Venter, Manus van der Merwe, and Yetling for Shea as well. I'm excited for this. Georgia look pumped up. I wonder how long that's going to last. I think we're going to concede a penalty and that'll be the only point they get. I really want us to keep them to 0. I really do. 2 back-to-back test matches where we keep opponents to 0. Sign me up. Just before we kick off, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to bring you guys the best content possible. Here we go. We're receiving. 3, 2, 1. Kick off. Is our timer working? Yeah, buddy. Here we go. Grant Williams. We're talking about his box kicks. Here is going to box kick. Now, watch how pinpoint this is. Look who's chasing there, Kurt Lawrenson. He would have got there. It's directly out. Unforced error from Grant Williams off the bat. But look how pinpoint that box kick is. Kurt Lawrenson was right there. It's these small things we need to watch during the game that really show how good these guys are in their positions. Okay, first lineout of the game. Georgia's lineouts, uncontested. They're going to try maul against the Springboks. Stop pretty. Oh, we're giving away an advantage. Good tackle by Sasha. Oh, massive hit. Who was that? Ruan Nokia, of course. Who else? Sia just got bounced. Georgia are looking so much better than last week against the Cheetahs. Okay, Georgian penalty. Now, do they go for poles to get on the scoreboard? It is a bit of a tight angle. Or do they go for the corner? Let's see. Guys, I see people are starting to flood in. Welcome. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button. Leave this video a like. I'm going to be giving you my thoughts throughout the entire game. This channel is all about South African rugby, all about the Springboks. So if you're a fan of them, I promise you, you'll be a fan of this channel. So hit that subscribe button. Interestingly, Georgia have gone for the corner. Now, if we break down that sort of first 2 minutes, Grant Williams, unforced error, ball just outside of the 22, kicks it out directly. So Georgia get the line on the 22. Sia Khaleesi going off with an HIA check within the first minute. That's not good to see. Let's see this contact. Head on head. That does not look good for Sia. Shame, man. He's just come back from injury. So Grant Williams misses. He kicks it out directly, so we have to come back. Georgia then milk a penalty off of a maul. Georgia trying to maul now again. So not a great start. Georgia's maul is operating. Georgia going to score. Georgia just scored. Georgia just scored off a maul against the Springboks. Some handbags. Well, there goes my prediction. Wow, I'm a bit shell-shocked. Wowza. I'm a little bit shell-shocked. What a start by the Georgians. What a start by the Georgians. Can he convert just probably 6 meters in from the left-hand touch line? Yeah, if he converts this, it's a great start for Georgia. Oh, and he absolutely drills it down the middle. Wowza. What a start. Okay, now I think we're probably on to plan B. I would have assumed that we wanted to keep them to 0. Now we're on to plan B. I think Rassie and the Springboks definitely would have put a plan into place and expectations. I think the first one would have been to keep the scoreboard to 0. That's obviously not happened. And I think there would have been a goal and expectation on attack of how many points, how many tries we want to score, how many penalties we don't want to give away, things like that. I'm interested to know what that number is. I think it's probably between 60 and 70 points. The Boks have to break their energy in the first half. Yeah, and that's not how you do it. Georgia came out there and did exactly what they needed to do. They've now hushed this crowd, which is exactly what you do when you're playing a big game away from home. You have to silence the home crowd. Are they checking this try now? Might be held up. Ball might be held up. Sasha Feinberg Ngumazulu might have just held up this ball. It's a try. It's a try. Okay, it's a try. It's a try. It's a try. Jeepers, what a start by them though. This was not on my bingo card. This was not on my bingo card. Georgia to start hot like this. What do you think? Long restart there. Great hit by Edwolf van der Merwe. Great chase. I'm also interested to see if we clean up our breakdown a little bit, because Italy really disrupted our breakdown in those first 2 test matches. I'm watching it on Supersport. Wow. Now, okay, let's see how the Springboks respond. Because I mean, this was our pattern last year. We would go down in the first half, and then we'd be a second half team. Where we should never be a second half team. Short ball. Kobus Visser breaks a tackle, gets over the gain line. Great first carry by Kobus Visser. Ronald here with also a solid carry. See, Grant Williams is just so slick at the breakdown. He gets that ball out so quickly. Almost like less than 2 seconds. What can Sasha do? Oh my word. Was that not forward? Okay, we'll take it. Sasha in open space. What can he do? Yeah, they come back for the knock on, as they should. Springboks, it looks like we have a lot of space. We have just a little bit of an area there. Sasha popping it to Kobus Visser. Kobus Visser maybe not expecting it and knocking the ball on. I knew Georgia was going to get points on the board because they are very underrated. They are underrated, but also we mustn't underrate the Springboks as well, or under-expect from them. They are double World Cup winning champ, or they've won the World Cup 2 years in a row. We set high standards for the Springboks, so do they. So as fans, we need to hold them to that. So like I said, I think 60 to 70 points is the goal there for the Springboks. Quite a slow start, and we were talking about the Springboks need to start quite well. And they haven't done that. First scrum, I mean, pretty solid scrum, knock on. Okay, that's great pressure. That is great pressure. It's good first scrum from the debutant front row. The Springboks sort of have a middle scrum in the 22, and you've got to expect them to scrum for that advantage and then send it to the back line and put Georgia under some pressure out wide. Oh, it's a bit unlucky by Georgia to knock that on. Boan Fenta. So just me, as Boan Fenta and Marnus van der Merwe look very, very similar. I don't know, dude, perfect played for Georgia. That's a good one. No, definitely not the start we wanted, Jazz. Definitely not, but I mean, rather, okay, tap and go. Delende crashes it up. Yeah, we're slow to clean out there, but we still secure the ball. Kubasvisa. Oh my word, the breakdowns. They're offside, but they got the ball there. Our breakdowns are still a little bit concerning in the sort of the first 7 minutes. Now what are we going to do? Penalty right in front of the poles. Sasha's getting the ball and he's going for the line. And there's only one thing you can expect from 5 meters out from a Springbok team, and that is a maul. Or maybe we see a couple more trick plays. Maybe we do our lineouts in the middle of the 22 again with Ronald Kier. Let's see what Rassie Erasmus has in store for us this week. Also, big thing to watch, Marnus van der Merwe's throw-ins at the lineout. That's also going to give us a good idea of sort of where he sits in the pecking order with the hookers. Perfect first lineout. Oh, a little trick play. Marnus van der Merwe gets absolutely drilled. Peter Steff. Yo, Grant, his delivery from that ruck is so quick. Kubasvisa has made some good carries. I don't mind Kubasvisa in that 8 jersey so far. Georgians are really fronting up here. We really need to break their spirit, because the longer they stay in the game, the more difficult it's going to be to keep them out of the game. Oh, it's a great carry by Marnus van der Merwe. Grant, Peter Steff, straight up, getting driven by Etzebeth and Delende. Grant Williams, dummies. Quacker Smith, oh, I forgot Quacker Smith is on for Sia. Yeah, oh, there's a try on debut for Boan Fenta. Who said that in the chat? Who said Boan Fenta is going to score a try? Because he just went over. Who said it? Josh, what's up, bro? Long time no speak, bro. Oaks, who said Boan Fenta is going to score a try? Because he just did. That is a ridiculous prediction.
Can you match this? Can you stay in the fight? That's the question. That's the challenge they put up to Georgia.
Show yourself, because someone definitely predicted Boan Fenta to score, and he's just gone and scored. Did I see the Boks YouTube post a clip of you? Yes, bro. It was on their TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. From this channel, from one of the videos we made this week. Oh, and Sasha misses the conversion, and it was an easy conversion. Hit the right post. Yeah, bro, I was as surprised as everyone else. I didn't know that they were using my content. I had no idea. I opened up Instagram, people were tagging me in a video. Then I see Rassie Erasmus speaking about Georgia, and then all of a sudden I'm speaking about Georgia in the same clip. Very cool, bro. It's kind of still in a little bit of disbelief. But I mean, that's thanks to all of you guys that watch, all of you guys on this live stream. If you like, comment, share, even if you just watch, even if you're not subscribed, that's thanks to you guys. So yeah, I mean, I owe that to you. That's one for this community. That was a cool moment for I think content creators as a whole in rugby, because I think we slowly but surely starting to break through, and they're starting to see our value. Again, Grant Williams with an absolute pinpoint box kick. We end up winning it back. Sasha Delende, we're going wide. Kanan Moody, what can he do on the ball? Steps inside, breaks the line off. Oh, try to offload to Grant, just a bit wayward. Georgian prop kicking, all right. But yeah, that was really, really cool for me. Sasha, what can he do? Yo, Sasha's step is dirty. Corbus Visa. I think he left the stream. That's crazy that oak who predicted Bowen Fenter to score was left. Wait, is Khaleesi off the field? Yeah, he's checking HIA, got a head collision in sort of the first minute. Again, pinpoint kick. Controller cracker who said it. Jordan, new to the channel. Do you think Sasha could become the main man for the Boks if he's consistent? Yeah, 100%. I think Sasha's definitely the future in that 10 jersey. He's also still so young. But he has to perform. I mean, there's no point in having talent if you don't perform. And I'm not saying he hasn't performed. I just know that there is pressure on him to perform. And we need to see that. Who scored? Bowen Fenter scored. Monty, hey bro. Where did you get that scoreboard overlay? We made it. We made it. Caden Moody chasing a kick. Oh, they do well. Edwall, surely Edwall's got to steal that. Ref, surely that's holding. Thank you. Advantage to the Springboks. Quacker Smith gets it out the ruck, about 2 meters out now. You got to think the boys are going over. Grant Williams with a bit of a snipe. Then number 9 needs to roll. Oh, it is over the line. Hold up. No try. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Trying to make the best Springbok content. We were actually on the Springbok. Yeah, you actually reminded me about that, bro. That's still bizarre to me that we were on the Springbok social media this week. Crazy, 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 crazy. Here we go. Another 5 meter line out for the Springboks. Then this is what we kind of expected a little bit more of. Is Springboks getting penalties, getting the ball down the field, being able to launch their set pieces, whether it be a scrum or a line out. And they seem to be, oh, Sia's back. Sia is back. So his HIA must have been positive. He should be all cleared. That would have sucked for Sia because he's just come back from injury. But Sia's back. It's a 5 meter line out. Ruan Nokia gets it. Of course, we're going for a maul. And I mean, Marnus van der Merwe could be over for a try, yeah, and he is. Marnus van der Merwe on debut, over for a try. Bowen Fenter on debut scored the first try. Marnus van der Merwe on debut scores the second try. Wowza. Now that is what dreams are made of. That's so sick. That is so cool. I mean, you've got to expect hookers to score in a Springbok lineup, because we are going to be mauling the entire day. Okay, this is a bit better now from the boys, right? So the last 5 to 10 minutes has been a lot better. A little bit more clinical. We're getting the ball wide. The forwards are really starting to find a little bit of dominance. Georgia forwards are still definitely putting in some big hits. There's going to be question marks around Sasha's kicking here. He needs to have a good performance. He misses the second one as well. If you think back to how well Marnie kicked against Italy last week, yes, he missed the first 2, but then he was super solid. So there is pressure there. Just subscribe. I plan to check out more of your content during the week. Thanks, bro. King of Kings, I appreciate that. I think I said earlier in the stream that our front row will shock us and do good. Bro, I mean, they've started like a house on fire. I mean, I didn't expect Bowen Fenter to get a try. Marnus van der Merwe always has an outside chance because of our sloppy off kickoff. Damien de Lende knocking that on, or went backwards. Georgia now have possession. See, these are the type of little mistakes that we just can't make against the bigger teams like New Zealand, France, Ireland, because they will punish us. We might be able to get away with it against Georgia, but the other teams are going to punish. Well, let's see if Georgia might punish us here in our 22. We should have gathered that, exited. I mean, Georgia are looking a whole lot better than they did against the Cheetahs last week. Oh, and they've got an overlap here. Fussy misses the tackle. Georgia are going to go over here. 1 meter short. Oh, it's good defense there on the wing. Who was that? Kirtley. Yeah. They're 1 meter out. It's good defense there by Sia. Back to 5 meters. Georgia 5 meters out. We've got to keep them out here. I think mentally for the Springboks, we've got to keep them out here. Oh, now we've given away advantage. Offside. Ay. Georgia go wide. Oh, there's a... Okay, they're going to come back for the advantage. Julius says, where can we actually watch the game? I'm in the UK. Super Sport. That's as much as I know. It always surprises me how people get upset with me for doing a watch along and them wanting to watch the game when everyone knows it's illegal. It's baffling to me. Anyways. Springboks, I mean, Georgia, you got to give some credit to Georgia because, I mean, even I was downplaying them a bit, but they've come with some great energy in this first 16 minutes or so. They've scored a try. They've got a penalty on the 5 meter now. Whether they go for a lineout, I mean, they could even go for poles, tied up 10-10. That's a good position for Georgia to be in. So, I mean, interesting. I mean, I think it says a little bit more about how the Springboks have started because of how Georgia started. Does that, if that makes sense? Georgia have gone for a 5 meter lineout here. Now, it's going to be interesting to see whether we compete. Because they did score off a maul. That first try was off a maul, so I would expect us to not compete and to try and defend the maul, because I would assume Georgia are gonna stick to what's been working for them, and that has been the maul. So let's see here. But that's what I'm expecting. Doesn't matter how talented the players are, if you keep changing the team week in, week out, you won't have cohesion. Oh, they didn't go for the maul. Played it to a pod. It's a good. Sia looks like he's up for this. He's made a couple of tackles. He's really contesting at ruck time. This will be big if Georgia can score here. Penalty to the Springboks. Obstruction. No, Riley, SABC is not broadcasting as much as I know. Georgia are putting up a fight. Putting up a big fight here. But we survive. We survive our era of kickoff. Georgia had the ball in that 22 for a couple of minutes. Defense was good. Sasha has had a bit of a slow start. He needs to sort of get himself into this game, get some more hands on the ball. Yes, he missed the first 2 conversions. But I don't think that's he needs to bounce back. He needs to bounce back a little bit. I'm going to get to that Sasha comment now. Feed it. Kobus Vista seems to be the go-to ball carrier here. Roanoke, a little loop there. Sasha gets it deep. Kanan Moody, great hands. The weekend special. Apalele Fassi with a good carry. Good clean out there from Kanan Moody. Oh, here goes Grant Williams. Finds some space. He needs some support. He finds it in Edward van der Merwe. Oh, Edward he offloads to Roanoke here. Weekend special. Apalele Fassi. Kanan Moody gets over for the try. What a try. What a try. Geez, that had it all. That's going to be a fun try to break down. They haven't made it easy for Sasha's conversion. It's right in the corner. But I mean, Grant Williams picks the ball up from the ruck. He looks up, sees a massive gap, darts through it, needed support, gets it to Edward van der Merwe, who almost slips the tackle, offloads to Roanoke, who passes it then to Apalele Fassi to Kanan Moody on the 5 meter, drags 2 Georgians over into the try line and scores a beautiful try. Just add another try to Kanan Moody's record. This guy's absolutely phenomenal. What a finish. Moody is on fire. Pollard is playing. He's on the bench. Come on, Sasha. Slot it. This is a tough kick. Oh, he's pushed it right again. Hey. Pushed it right again. Well, I think, he's going to get kicking practice because you can see the Springboks are always threatening, always threatening. And I said about Grant finding the gaps, he's so deadly. He's so deadly. I don't see like a Faf being able to do what Grant just did there. I could see a Quibus Reinach doing it, and I could see Morne van den Berg doing it, but I just don't think Faf has that pace anymore. Moody's absolutely brilliant. Defo future starting 13. I mean, do you start Kane and Moody or do you start Jesse Creel? Oh, no, man. Now this timer hasn't been going. Sorry, Oaks. It's actually, I'm about 4 minutes behind. Hopefully we'll catch up. Watch this box kick by Grant Williams. It's going to be pinpoint again. Yep, there. Eben gets it. Sia looked like a bit of a tip tackle. Yes, Grant is... He just gets the ball out of that ruck so fast. Great pass from Sasha. To Curtly, what can he do? Oh, a good tackle there by Georgia. They take him out into touch. It's a great tackle there by Georgia. Bring back Villy. Dad, stop, man. Sasha needs to calm down and take a breath. Yeah, he does look a little bit frazzled. He does, I mean, Sasha's normally quite cool, calm, and collected, and he is looking a little bit frazzled. Nicholas, what's up? Jesse for now, but Moody in the future, I agree with that. I do think Moody is the future in that 13 jersey. Pollard get accuracy, but LeBock and Moody are bet on, I assume you mean LeBock and Sasha are bet on the field, yeah. But I mean, LeBock didn't kick badly last week. Guys, thank you so much for joining the live stream. We're about a quarter of the way through the game. Been an interesting first quarter. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button. It helps this channel out more than you know. We're trying to produce the best South African content possible, and I feel like we're on the cusp of really getting this thing going, and you know, bringing South African content and Springbok content creators into the forefront. So hit that subscribe button, really appreciate it. The second kick rattled them a bit. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I do think I agree with you. Sasha is not the best ever booked. Sasha is not it. Get the best, bro. You got to give him a little bit of time to get into the game. You do have to give Sasha a little bit of time. He's maybe a bit frazzled. But let's see. It's going to tell us a lot if he bounces back or not. It is going to tell us a lot. So let's let Sasha just chill out. We can maybe try another goal kicker. I don't know who's on the field that could kick for poles at the moment. Okay, time has stopped for a little bit. Okay, we're back on. Hello, Stefanus. What's up, brother? Nice haircut, bro. Thank you. I actually went to my barber on yesterday. I'm going for this like mullet thing. I need to grow the back out a little bit more. Okay, I think this is only the second scrum of the game. I could be wrong. Second or third scrum. Let's see what this debutant front row can do. Oof, they surely got to reset that. Georgia hold their own in that scrum. Oh, and they get the advantage off the scrum. That's impressive. They're going to come back for the penalty. Fussy can kick. Damien's on the bench. Yeah, Fussy can kick. I mean, we haven't seen much from Fussy in that kicking department. So, can Grant Williams kick for poles? Curtly? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Moody can kick for poles. Nicholas, what's up, bro? What's up? You keep putting Jordan in the chat. What's up? Bit of a slow, weird start from the Springboks. I mean, we haven't had that much possession. Every time we do touch the ball, we are looking quite dangerous, though. Well, I'm happy Sasha is going through this right now. Exactly. I'm extremely chuffed that this isn't happening against New Zealand. This will be a good learning curve for him, though. Remember, I think Sasha's 21, 22, so he's still extremely young. And it does feel like he's been around for quite a while already. People said Sasha is a combination of Pollard and Marnie. He's nowhere close to those two fly-off. Actually, Marnie is the best fly-off. See, it's crazy how quickly people's perceptions change on players. If you were speaking to someone about Manie Lineout last year, they would have told you he doesn't belong in a Springbok 23. You speak to anyone now a year later, and Manie could be the best 10. Sasha is probably the most talented, great steal there. Who was that? Marnus van der Merwe. He's had a great start to his Springbok career. My goodness. Sasha's probably the most talented out of all of them. But I'm not going to lie to you, he does look a little bit frazzled. He needs to just settle in a bit. I think he hasn't had much ball. He's probably made about 3 or 4 passes, so he needs a little bit more ball to feel comfortable. Can't believe we let that try slip. Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps the back row, specifically Sasha, is trying too hard to impress. Yeah, this is the problem. There's obviously a lot of pressure on these guys to perform because there's so much competition in the Springbok side. So you get an opportunity and you want to perform. Oof, Lineout goes a little bit astray. Grant Williams cleans it up though very nicely. Grant's also had a fantastic start to this game. Oh, he's got a roll, ref. Very lax on that. Sasha sends a bomb. Edwall. Oh, Edwall takes it beautifully in the air. Kobus Visser with the pick and go. Damien Delende with the pick and go. Who's there to help him? Ball's out. Oh, Grant does well there. Sasha sends it wide. Oh, we got space here. Oh, my word, Oaks. Oh, Kirkley. Buan Fenter. It's a good carry. Oh, it's a great steal from Georgia. Yes, our breakdowns have looked so sloppy over the last couple of games. It's so frustrating. Let him win URC and World Cup and we'll talk about skills. Manie Lineout, yeah, 100%. I love the criticism in our country. I think it's good pressure on players. Yeah, 100%. You have to put pressure on players and see if they swim or sink. Racing needs to give Jordan Hendricks another chance. He's not the best pure fly-off, but his kicking is good. Yeah, I mean, it always comes down to this conversation of, do you pick a fly-off that's the best on the pitch or off the kicking tee? You got to try find someone who's both. Andre Pollard has been that for years. But then you look at guys like Sasha and Manie who are a little bit more two-dimensional, three-dimensional in the way they attack, the way they defend, the way they play their rugby. They can open up the game a little bit more, where Andre is kind of just going to give you ball to pods, get the ball down the back line. He's not really going to break the line or something like that. So it's an interesting question to ask. Grant Sasha, he's physically the most gifted for it at 10, correct? Curtly didn't. Oh, that's what you think. Our backline. To play at Eden Park, yo, that's a big test match. I would prefer 100 to start than Sasha to finish the job. I think you have to start Sasha and have Pollard on the bench, because if you think about like last minute penalties, would you rather have 100 Pollard or Sasha off the kicking tee? Personally, I'd have 100 Pollard. He's done it time and time again. Yo, Jordan, I'm not watching the game, but who's kicking? Sasha's kicking. I've seen all the tries on Google appear, but it's only ever 5 points. Yeah, Sasha's missed all 3 conversions. Do you reckon Pollard will start for the Eden Park test? That's interesting. Because you would think so, but it's also a good opportunity to put a Manie or a Sasha into those test matches to maybe catch New Zealand off guard and to test them against a high quality opposition. People forget Springbok kicked all the points when they play against the All Blacks at Twickenham and became the man of the match. Yeah, I think I agree with you, Dennis. Do I agree with you? I think currently, if you look at the performances that each fly-off has given, Manie has given the best account of himself over the past couple of games. I think that's fair to say. Sia's playing, bro. Sia's playing. I think people are forgetting how good Willemse is before injuries. Yeah, no, Willemse, I mean, it's going to be a tough battle between Damien and Apelele Fassi for that 15 jersey. I mean, I don't mind who plays in that 15 jersey between them. Georgia with 3 points. Can he kick it over? And he absolutely drills it. Wowza. 15-10. You see, surely we cannot be satisfied with this start. But then again, it comes down to expectations. Did we expect too much when this game started? But 15-10 does not look good 28 minutes in. You know what I mean? Oh, what a chase by Edwell and Peter Steff. They attack the breakdown. We're putting Georgia under quite a bit of pressure in the 22, but they're going to clear this. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat here. Missing all those kicks against Georgia is concerning. There's no pressure. Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. This is not a good game. Jazz says this is completely messy. I don't know if it's messy. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like we haven't had that much ball. I'd like to see the possession and territory stats, but I don't feel like we've had that much ball. Our lineouts have been very good. As we get another, as Ruan Nokia receives another lineout into another maul, Grant Williams is going to take this out. Oh, and they turn it over. Scrum to Georgia. This has been a tough watch so far. I'm not going to lie. Jordan at the moment, Sasha's Georgia's best player. Georgia up for the challenge. Yeah, they've definitely fronted up way better than the Italians did. I'll agree with you on that. He had a great game at the DHL Stadium. He has his GPS on. He had his GPS on 10 points. The Free State did better than this. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. If this is Georgia we're playing, the All Blacks could be 45-0 right now. Never thought I would say it, but Marnie over Andre. Oh my word, Dion Burrs. That is a big call, but I don't disagree. I mean, let's see what happens when Pollard comes on in this game. Let's see, and it would surprise me if he comes on later than the 60th minute. But let's see what Pollard can produce. Georgia is recovering. Marnie really proved himself against the Barbarians in Italy test. Yeah, 100%. Nicholas, I've been reading your comments, bro. The All Blacks have really grown, beating them at Eden Park. You need to bring your A-team. Yeah, but what is our A-team? What does our A-team look like at the moment? Because this is frustrating. Penalty to the Springbok, scrum penalty. We look like we're a high school currently. Yeah, high school team. The best combo is Grant Williams at 9 and Marnie at 10. The game will be 30-0 right now. I don't know how much of it you can blame on Sasha. Yes, he's missed three conversions. But, I mean, on attack, he hasn't really done much wrong. Yes, he hasn't created much, but, I mean, how much more would Marnie have created? It feels weird because I feel like we haven't had that much ball. I don't know what it is. Ireland, France, and New Zealand are licking their lips. Yeah, looking at this. Another maul. Marnus van der Merwe, will he go over for a second? Georgia are doing well to defend this, but we are gaining a little bit of momentum. Here we go. Marnus van der Merwe is going to go over for his second try of the game. There we go. There we go. So not as much running rugby as we thought. I mean, 2 tries from Marnus van der Merwe off mauls. A try from Kane and Moody. Who was the other try? Boan Fenter. So 3 tries from front rowers, which kind of tells you that maybe the Springboks are feeling a little bit of pressure, so keeping it in the forward pack and letting them do the work. Could World Rugby drop us to 3 or 4 in World Rankings if we struggle to beat Georgia today? No. We'd have to lose to Georgia. We'd have to lose to them. Okay, Sasha, come on, let's put this over. Okay, if Sasha puts this over, you have to subscribe. You have to hit subscribe if he puts this over. Come on, Sasha. Nails it. Yes. Yes. You know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. Bet is a bet. Sasha does have this weird like fade to his conversions. 22-10. 22-10. Lekker. I mean, you have to remember Georgian's forwards are big and potentially not as athletic as ours. Yeah, they will tie outs. I do expect us in the second half to run away with it a little bit more. But I mean, 10. I mean, just seeing that 10 there is a little bit frustrating. Grant Boks kicking out again. Pinpoint. I mean, it's so good. Edwall takes it in the air. Sasha Delende looking for a little grubber. Curtly chasing. Georgia do well. What's he going to do here? He's going to try run it out. Not through Peter Steph the toy, you won't. Oh, and Curtly's over that. That's got to be stolen. It's not. Georgia not getting the ball out as quickly as I thought they would from their 22. 13 Moody, 12 Esterhazen for World Cup pairing. I mean, I think you got to have Delende in there, surely. Charged on by Earben, putting them under loads of pressure. Georgia eventually get it away. What a kick. Finally, just sub. Let's go, Lincoln. Thanks, bro. Flip finally. Sasha, about time. Sasha is back in the game. Essa will win, I always know. Yeah, bro. Essa, I mean, we were always going to win this game, but I think depending on the second half, there is going to be some criticism, especially around the first half. I think we're just too blessed as Springbok supporters. We're just too blessed. We expect so much from them. Oh, yeah. Like a win is a win at the end of the day, you know? A win is a win. Okay, another line out. Manus van der Merwe has had a great game so far. I think standout performers in the first half is Manus van der Merwe, Grant Williams, Kanan potentially, and Ruan Nokia for me so far. Let me know what you think. Who have been your top performers of the first half so far? Whoops. Grant has just been so good at like his distribution from the ruck. As I say that, the ruck gets disturbed and he can't distribute it. Georgia clear. Sasha, okay. If this doesn't go, okay, Sasha's got some space. Let's see what he can do. Passes it to Fussy. Fussy up and under. Oh, and you got to think the weekend special. Fussy Airways. Oh, it just doesn't take it. But it is a knock-on from Georgia. This is a good position for the Springboks. Scrum just outside the 22. Space on both sides. Lende is a safe option, but we need to think about the future. Give Estes in big games. Yeah, I think we do. And Estes has been playing extremely well. So I'm not saying no, I'm just saying Delende is also there. We're going to win this game very sloppy. Can we go down to second if we win by only 10 points? I don't think so. Boks, what's happening? Georgia, no guys. Really? No, I think we'll be fine. Helen? I think we'll be fine. I still think, I mean, like I said at the beginning of the stream, 60 to 70 points has to be the goal, I think. So we're going to have a really, really good second half. I would expect us to score off of this. I mean, almost middle scrum, so much space. Hopefully we can milk some advantage from the scrum and kind of see what happens. Grant feeds. Oh, it's a much better scrum by the Springboks. Advantage. Grant picks it up. They go left. Flat ball to Kirtley. Can he finish? Can't get around him. Again, Georgia disrupting the ruck. It's great stuff. The breakdown is a serious worry of mine at the moment. It's a serious worry of mine. Italy disrupted our breakdown. Georgia aren't doing a bad job of disrupting the breakdown. Who would you say has been having a bad game? I don't think anyone's had like I mean, Sasha probably stands out at the moment. That's just because of the kicks. But no one's had like a bad game. It's been a weird game. We just haven't, I can't really find the words to describe what this game has been. Or put Sasha at 12 and Marnie at 10 with Moody at 13. I don't think Sasha's big enough to be at 12. I think for the Springboks game plan, you need a big 12 who's going to get over the gain line, who's going to set that platform, and then you give it to your playmakers. Yes, that line-out, Marnus van der Merwe to Ruan Nokia, has been absolutely phenomenal. Delende joins them all, and you got to think Marnus van der Merwe wants to go over for a hat-trick here. They're getting a little bit of movement. Here he goes. They should have maybe got that ball out because... Okay, we got the ball backwards. Surely that's backwards. See, like we've just been knocking on, making silly mistakes. There hasn't been anything massive. It's just sloppy. I think Jazz used the word sloppy. That's what this game's felt like. It's just been a little bit sloppy. Historically, except when we play Romania, the Boks have struggled in the beginning of games against the smaller fish, yeah. Nicholas, Usyk, Daniel Dubois tonight at 9. Yeah, that's also a massive fight. Can Van der Merwe beat Kobus' hat-trick record? It's a great question. No, I think Kobus Lineout scored that hat-trick in like 14 minutes or something silly. This reminds me of the second half of the first test against Italy. Yeah, I agree with you. It's just sloppy, man. It's not lacquer rugby to watch, you know. There hasn't been like 10 more, there probably hasn't been more than 8 phases so far in a sequence of play. About a minute till halftime. Just before we get to halftime, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you are subscribed, please hit that like button. When you hit that like button, that signals to YouTube to send the stream out to more people and suggest it to them. So I'd really appreciate that. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you are subscribed, and if you're not subscribed, hit the like button. We just have to destroy New Zealand with our forwards. 8-0 split. Very sloppy. Sloppy is not the word anymore. This is really, really bad. Yeah, but we need to try to summarize it a little bit better. I can't pinpoint exactly what the issue has been so far. I mean, I think you have to give credit to Georgia because they've made us play sloppy. I don't think the Springboks expected Georgia to put them under this much pressure for as long as they have. I mean, Georgia have stuck with the Springboks the whole first half, which you don't normally expect. So, I mean, you've got to give Georgia credit for making it difficult. Yes, my BOKKE knowledge is good. Kobus scored that hat-trick versus Romania in 14 minutes. Let's go, on the head. I can't say the word because I don't want to be banned from your stream. I get you, bro. At least we have the Junior Boks coming up. Yeah, we do. We do. I haven't planned to stream that. But I think I'll make a deal. If we get to 42,000 subscribers by the end of this stream, I'll stream the Junior Boks game and we can watch that as well. It's a big target, lofty target, but I don't know. Let's see. It's in your guys' hands. Yeah, I think Rassi's going to have a massive word now at halftime. Peter Steph de Toy might do his famous line. It's a plan mark. The guys have just underestimated Georgia. I think I agree with you. Not a good first half, Maridi says. Yeah. Let's see if we can end on a higher. It's a big scrum from the Springboks. Grant with a great pickup. Grant Williams has really had a good first half. Grant to Peter Steph. Offloads to Sasha and Sasha knocks it on. And there you go, half time. Half time. 22-10. Not the scoreline I was expecting, I'll be honest with you. Not the scoreline at halftime I was expecting. Let me know what you guys thought of that first half. Type a little message there in the chat. Let me know your thoughts on the first half. What do we need to change in the second half to improve the performance? Also, who was your player of that first half? I'm going to give you mine. But I do just want to put a little challenge poll here. I'm going to put a poll up here while you guys give me your thoughts on that first half. Let's see what you guys thought. Second half still to come. Still a lot to talk about. There's going to be lots and lots. I need to end this poll. End poll. Georgia can be happy with that first half. We can only be disappointed. 100%. Start poll. If we reach 42K subs. Yeah, get your thoughts in the chats. Get your thoughts in the chat. We're going to go through it now during halftime. Let me just put this poll up. Under 20 final. Okay, get those thoughts in. Get those thoughts in. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying here. Let's see what you guys are saying. Underestimated Georgia. Jazz says, look, they're defending like beasts. Georgia isn't playing bad. They're coming for us. Yeah, I think a solid first half from Georgia. That might be my takeaway from that is, I mean, to make the Springboks look that bad, you must have had a very, very good first half. And we have to give credit to Georgia for that. Mentally, Nicholas says, mentally, it's hard to get out of bed and be motivated to compete when you play someone who lost to France, Stain and the Cats last week. That's a fantastic comment. But I think the Springboks do have this problem because we kind of play to our opponent's level. It doesn't matter who we're playing against. We're playing against the All Blacks, we're going to match their level. And we struggle to sort of blow teams out of the water. We struggle to do what New Zealand would put 60 to 70 points on Georgia quite comfortably. That's just the style of rugby they play. But we find it difficult against these lower nations who aren't matching us. And we kind of come down to their level, which is very frustrating as a Springbok supporter because I mean, there's only been 2 times in recent history that I can remember we blew teams out of the water. That was Romania in the 2023 Rugby World Cup and Portugal last year in Bloemfontein. But we do struggle with that. We do struggle with that. And Oaks, we put out a relatively strong team. We have put out a strong team. That backline is fire. We've got Sia Khaleesi, Pieter-Steph, the Toy, Earben. I mean, if you think about Pieter-Steph, Sia and Earben, they've been kind of quiet in that first half. The junior Boks does not have a good record, 1 win, 1 runner up, and 12 third places. Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy. But I mean, the junior Boks are absolutely firing at the moment. They are firing. I would be interested to see junior Boks versus maybe like a B team Springbok side, see what happens there. Sasha did not have a good first half. No, Sasha did not have a first half to remember. I don't agree that we underestimated them. I mean, we've put out an A side, forward pack bar in the front row. We've just been playing poorly. Look, we put out a good side, and you can say that we've also put out a debut front row, but arguably Brian Fenter and Marnus van der Merwe are having 2 of the best games out there, and they're both on debut. So, I mean, we have put out an extremely strong side. I think it's just about us matching our opponent's level. We really struggle with that. Ijovi says 3 out of 10. I don't disagree with you. Jazz, Moody is my player. Moody scored the try. He's good on defense. He's very physical. I love how physical Moody is. Change the front row first. I don't think the front row has been the problem. Marnus van der Merwe is having an absolute flyer of a game. Brian Fenter scored a try. The scrums are operating. Neetling Fischer maybe been a little bit quiet, but I mean the scrums haven't fallen apart like they did last week with Thomas du Toit, so I don't think you can blame the front row. I mean, we will bring on the front row, and I mean, we are going to have Bongi, Thomas du Toit, and Vincent Koch running out, so you would expect the standard to stay or improve. Monk says, Sasha doesn't seem to be having a good game. No, he's definitely not having a good first half. Sasha, with line about his knee injury last year to Boks management and his mistakes this first half, may play himself out of the lineup this fall. Which is, I don't think he's going to play himself out of the line. It's going to take a lot for Sasha Feinberg and Ngumazulu to not be included in a Springbok 23 or Springbok squad. But yes, I mean, he's not having a good game. I think most of the comments here are about Sasha. So I think that kind of paints a picture of the first half he's had. Now, let's see what type of player he is. Does he bounce back? Does he bounce back and have a good second half? Because that's the question. A really, really talented, good player will always bounce back. It's how they respond. Yes, Sasha's had a shocker. Oh no, wait, Riley. We played this against Australia and we will lose. Australia impressed me this morning, and I don't disagree with you. But again, it's different style. It's a different style. Yes, Sasha had a shocker. We played so much better as a squad versus Italy last week. I don't disagree with you. And we were down to 14 men last week. What did you think of Sasha this half? I mean, I think everyone's kind of touched on Sasha. He hasn't had a great first half. Sasha didn't... So many Sasha comments. Jazz says, second half, more back play and a lot less penalties. We need to control the game. I think that's also something to note, is that we have given away quite a few penalties, which has kind of broken our momentum. Peter Steff is not showing up today. Agreed. Even is my man, a tank to say the least. Sasha needs to be changed. He has let us down. Don't want to listen, want to watch on Lux Brew. We're not streaming it on here. Van der Merwe were most impressive, yeah. Bowen and Marnus van der Merwe were very, very impressive. And you got to realize they're on debut as well. Like, that's kind of crazy. Marnus van der Merwe could get a hat-trick here in the second half. Marnie's a better attacking 10 than Sasha. It's a big call. They're both very, very good attacking 10s. When was the last time we scored 100 points more? Bro, I would actually, if someone wants to search that, I'd be very interested to know that. I don't think I've ever, I don't know if the Springboks have ever put 100 points on the board. I could be incorrect, but I don't think so. Go BOKKE, I called it, we conceded a penalty, yeah. Georgia wasn't at full strength against the Cheetahs. I know they weren't, but they should still be beating the Cheetahs. On front row, hasn't been the problem. No, front row hasn't been the problem today. These handling errors from the Boks are very concerning. I think that's what happens when you change so many players week in and week out. The front row is doing great, agreed. Quibus Vista seems out of place. He's just making little errors. I think he's carrying the ball well. It's obviously a position he's not used to, but I don't think he's been awful. We can learn from them. They are beasts now, so let's hope that tonight against New Zealand, we can break them. Yeah, that's the under-20s. Just too many overall. Yes, you guys are flooding this chat. Loving it. I can't even keep up. It's still half time. I will start that timer when it's the second half. You guys will definitely know when that second half starts. Georgia is doing something, I don't know what it is, to mess up our game. I think they're messing up our breakdowns. They've been very good at the breakdowns. Their set piece hasn't been bad. They're not giving away that many scrum penalties. They're not giving away silly penalties, where I think we've given away the more silly penalties in the first half, which has kind of set us back just a little bit. Complacency, I think we just need to pitch up and they shit themselves and roll over. Maybe. Last week, Backline was better. Yeah, I mean, the Backline hasn't got much ball, and I think the ball that they have gotten, they've looked good. But the Backline was firing last week. I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. Handling errors, on understatements, it looks like 3 blind mice playing. Can't bench Sasha. We need to build his confidence. Agreed. I think they're going to give him another 20 minutes in the second half, yeah. Lorato says, Sasha must stay for the full 80. Pollard must come on at 12. Not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. It is still half time. Geez, you're right. We played better with 14 men. If Sasha scores 3 tries second half, all this moaning about him will be forgotten. Mark my words. Yeah, people do live in the moment. But it's because like you're only as good as your last thing. So it's fresh in people's minds. It's why people have switched up so hard on Marnie. It's just part of the game. I'm noticing some worrying signs about our breakdown since last season. Yeah, our breakdown has definitely been a cause for concern over the past 3 weeks. The problem with our BOKKE against Nicola, against Uruguay in 2003, the Boks put up 100. Jeepers, 22 years ago. Was that the only time? The problem with our BOKKE is they are too comfortable with weaker team. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Helen. There was a 107-point game, but long ago. I think Kubas and Sasha is a better combo. I don't think Grant has been the problem. Grant has been phenomenal. It's just, I don't know. Sasha needs to step up in the second half. It is what it is. South Africa 134, Uruguay 3, East London, South Africa 11 June 2005. Wowza. I think Rusty's looking at Moody as the Boks next 13. I don't disagree with you. Sasha's too keen, wants to be Carlos Spencer type. Yes, bro, it's halftime. It is halftime. 1999 on the international off the top of my head. Nicholas, what's up? Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I'm a bit behind. Moody definitely needs to be the 13 for 2027. Cheers, gents. I'm going to put my phone on charge, then watch the game. See you guys at the end. Aware Jazz, thanks for joining, bro, as always. What do you think about our front row? Our front row were great. Our front row probably, Brian Fence and Marnus van der Merwe are having a great game. Maybe there's a possibility maybe that we as a team are getting arrogant. I don't think that's the case. I don't think Rassie would let it get to that. Sorry, there's terrible echo during your commentary. You need to have padded walls like normal radio studio. Pity. Your background is impressive. Sorry, next off. Bro, I'm not even in my studio. This is on the road, so I apologize. Go to Kiwi Lads if you want, brother. Performance for the junior Boks this season. Could we see him in the senior side? Maybe. I think a lot of those under 20 Boks are going to have a chance in the next couple of years. They've been really, really good. And it wouldn't surprise me if Rassie starts getting quite a few of them in. Just to test them out. They're obviously still, you're looking at guys that are 18, 19 years old, 20 years old. So they need some time to develop. But you look at Hashim Peach, you look at Vusi Moyo, you look at Riley Norton, there's some really, really promising stuff there. Wait, sanity check, are we just spoiled fans? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Maybe we expecting a little bit too much. We're a little bit too blessed. Because the Springboks are so good. Rassie will bring Pollard on to score early and the bomb squad early, you reckon? I don't know. I think he's going to... I like that call of putting 100 at 12 and keeping Sasha on for the 80 minutes. I like that. They achieved a 101-0 victory against Italy in the test match according to SA Rugby. This remains their highest score in a test match. Jordan, it's time to talk about Supersport not showing bulk matches on DSTV Compact. Folks can't watch the matches if they're not on SABC or... Bro, I agree with you. Second half is about to start. I will come back to that point. Okay, second half on. Are we going to see a change? Bro, I don't disagree with you. I think... Look, I can't say too much just because of things that are going on in the background. But I do agree with you. I do think Springbok games need to be more accessible to a wider audience within South Africa. It has to happen. Can you imagine how much bigger the fandom would be for the Springboks if 30 million people were watching the Springboks? I mean, maybe there's a world where somehow I figure out how to buy the rights and we stream it on YouTube for free. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? But I agree with you, bro. I do agree with you. Oh, yeah goes. Oh, Moody. Let me turn this up a bit. Georgians clear. Not a great clearance. Okay, what are we going to need? What does the scoreline have to be at the end of 80 minutes for us to be satisfied? Put your final score predictions in. Hashim Peters made it into Canadian media talk shows because of his played under 20s, which is impressive, as we only talk ice hockey there. Yeah, that's cool. Now Hashim Peters is next up. Another great line-out throw by Manus van der Merwe. Sasha, off to Kobus Visser. Grant Williams. Oh my word, another knock-on. Fantastic, boys. Another knock-on. Hey. It's just not clinical. It's just not the clinical precision that you're used to seeing from the Springboks. Yo, it's scrappy. Based on upcoming fixtures of all teams, what do you think the top 5 world ranking will be? I think we'll keep first place. I think New Zealand will end second, then Ireland, then England, and then France. Doesn't SABC2 show the ball games? I thought they did. No stream is showing the game live. Yes, the Springboks have scored over 100 points. They achieved 101. Okay, so a lot of guys are saying 50 plus points will make us satisfied. Changes every week can impact teams' performances. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. But I mean, we have been chopping and changing the Springbok team for 3 to 5 years now. Like, it's not a new thing that Rassie is doing, and it works majority of the time. I think we just have to give more credit to Georgia. They've really pitched up here. I am very interested to see how the second half goes. Fussy knocks it on in the air. That's already 2 knock-ons in the first 3 minutes of the second half, where we're just gifting possession back to Georgia. Yo, the handling has been bad today. It's not even wet there. It's not even wet in Nelspruit.
The captain once more. First to put his hands up for the hard carries.
Vantage over for the knocks. Georgia kick it back. Oh, he's looking for a 50-22. Well covered by Sasha. What can you do? Up and under. Come on, Sasha. Oh, just doesn't get there. It's just too far. Oh, well taken there by Fussy. Fussy now looking for the 50-22s. Plenty space. Does he get the bounce? Oh, he just doesn't get the bounce. It's a great kick by Fussy. Oh, Delende makes a great hit. Oh, the boys are operating. Coatley Arnson putting a massive hit there. I'm amazed at Sasha's play. We're spoiled as Springbok fans, but I still remember the 50-0 spanking from the All Blacks, and I'll gladly export. I agree with you, bro. We've had our tough times. 2016 and 2017 was a tough time to be a Springbok supporter. So, I mean, we're going to bask in the glory while we have it, because we're not going to have it forever. It's kind of these cyclical things. So while we have it, oh, Bongi's on from Manus van der Merwe, loses his first line-out throw. And we suffocate them in their try line. I think that's a 5-meter scrum to the Springboks. So Bongi gets his first line off the best. Perhaps bomb squad is needed to help the Boks win by a larger margin. Yeah, I mean, Vincent Cox on, Bongi's on, Kwaga's on, RG Sneeman's on, Thomas the Toy is on, so I mean all our forwards are on. So Bomb Squad have come on early, which I mean is a little bit unfortunate for the debutants, but I think Manus van der Merwe, Boan Venter and Neerting Verscheer can be extremely proud of their performance today in that first half. Now let's see how this first scrum goes with, I mean, 5 replacements into the Springbok pack. We need the Eden Park record to hold over the All Blacks forever. Bro, if we beat the All Blacks at Eden Park on the 6th of September and break their 50-game unbeaten run, I would rather win that game. If we win that game, I'm happy to lose to them in the second test match as well as lose away to France and Ireland. I'm happy to do that, personally. You think New Zealand will clop us this year? I don't think so. I think it's going to be extremely tight. It's a good scrum advantage. Oh, Kwaka with a great step. Okay, let's see if we can be a little bit more clinical in the 22 here. Peter Steph breaks a tackle. Great carry. Oh, what a pass by Grant Williams. What a pass by Grant Williams. Edwin van der Merwe gets another try in the corner. That's what we're talking about. A lot more clinical that time in the 22 from the Springboks. It is brutal. Gumani Boba summed it up perfectly. It is brutal. That was brutal. Perhaps Dion Farid could be hired as our next line-out coach. Maybe. Guys, again, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you guys. If we get to 42,000 subscribers by the end of the stream, I will stream the under-20 final, which I'll have Springboks versus All Blacks. Can Sasha convert? Oh, he misses another one. Oh, yeah. I think that is the play. You bring Pollard on at 12. You let Pollard kick. And you keep Sasha on at 10. I think he just needs some game time. He needs to just settle in a bit. He just needs to settle into the saddle. But a much better start by the Springboks in the second half. A much better start. Couple of handling errors. But, I mean, we'll take a try in the first 7 minutes. Great take by Kwaka Smith to secure the ball. Now again, watch Grant Williams box kick. It's going to be pinpoint. Oh, he doesn't box kick. They're going wide, are they? We're running it out of our 22. Demi Delende with a little chip over. Who's there? Oh, where's that Kirtley? Kirtley just couldn't get to it. If only Pollard had the speed of someone like Siapelis and Natla, it would be unfair with his IQ. Yeah. You can't have everything, I guess. You cannot have everything. Another line out. We haven't stolen a line out yet. Georgia's set pieces have been good. They win another line out. And they get over. Disrupt the ruck a little bit. Ooh. He read that so well. That's the mark of a good outside centre. Not on attack, it's on defence. 13 is one of the most difficult positions to defend on a rugby field. You have to back yourself, you have to see what's about to happen and then go or hold back. Phenomenal stuff by Kane and Moody. Phenomenal stuff. Yeah, I agree. Sasha does need more game time. So I think you bring Pollard on, put him on at 12, keep Sasha on, take Delende off, let Pollard kick, or let Sasha keep kicking. Why not? It's not, we don't need the points. It's not going to come down to a conversion or a penalty. So why not just let him keep going, see if he can find something. Tap and go. Delende carries. As always, gets over the gain line. Inside, Kwaka, good carry. Kwaka, as always, comes off the bench and makes an impact. Oh, that's a perfect kick. It's not about he needs game time. If Marnie kick miss, no one says that people... You got a good point there. But I still think if Marnie was playing, you still have the option to bring Pollard on at 12. It's the same thing. It's going to be interesting to see if the plan was to bring him on at 10 or if the plan was always to bring him on at 12. We'll only know after the press conference. Any chance we managed to convert that last try? Nope, we did not. We did not convert. We've only converted 1 out of our 4 or 5 tries? 5 tries. I mean, we've scored 5 tries already. It's not too shabby. Oh, time's off. Damn, I need to stop this timer. Always catches me. Yo, it's a better start to the first half, but it's still, we've still made a couple, like, silly, we've just made silly errors. It's been sloppy. It hasn't been clinical from the Springboks so far. And it's just frustrating, man. It's a frustrating watch. Why is Mark Talea so slippery? Is he made of soap? Cannot kick in big games because we have lost a significant amount of points. Yeah, but I feel like that comment is right. If this was Marnie, would we be having a different conversation? And the answer is probably yes. So either we have to change our conversation towards Sasha or towards Marnie, and Georgia have just won a scrum penalty against the Springboks. Yo, I mean, 27-10, I'm happy with, I'm not happy, I'm not thrilled with the scoreline, but we've scored 5 tries. Perhaps we just need to pick a starting 10 and stick with it for an extended run of games, might minimize the pressure and build confidence. I don't disagree with you. 20% kicking accuracy is criminal. Look, I said in a video, it's probably a week or 2 ago, that I was discussing the fly-off options for the Springboks. And I think if Marnie and Sasha can kick around 80%, then we play them, because they provide a little bit something different on attack. If they're kicking under that, then there's an argument for Pollard. And as a few comments have said, I think Marnie's the front runner at the moment. I mean, after this performance from Sasha, I do think Marnie Bokke is the front runner for the Springbok 10 at the moment. Which is crazy that we're having this conversation a year. I mean, if you think back to last season, where Marnie was, and credit to him, he's worked hard. And I mean, that's what I'm talking about. He almost he didn't have a great season last season, but he went back, he worked on, and he's sort of come back and sort of won back over the crowd. Sasha with a great chip and chase, offloads to Moody. Moody with the dummy, he needs to find supports. He's running away from everyone, he grabs it through. Georgia managed to just get it, but they're still under a lot of pressure here. See, but that's what Sasha can do. He can just put a little chip over, he just injects that little bit. I think Rico Ioane has lost a step at number 13 jersey compared to, yeah, agreed. If Marnie missed so many kicks, imagine. Yeah, I agree with you. We need to keep the same energy. The reason we give Sasha more leeway is because of what he can become. He has the potential to be better than all of them. What, 27, 28? Marnie's had a little bit more time, so I think that allows us to be a little bit harsher on him, where Sasha maybe hasn't had as much time. He is younger, and I like that comment. I think you've summed that up quite well. You'll be quick to call on Pollard, but only good at his kicking, other than he can be useless. Look, I think this 10 jersey is a very interesting, very, very interesting debate. And you're never going to please everyone. There's some diehards that only want Pollard to play. Then you've got people who want Marnie to play. You've got people who want Sasha to play. You're never going to get 100% buy-in from everyone. So, I mean, and also, who are we to doubt Dr. Rassie Erasmus? Bongi has lost another line out. Goodness gracious. That's 2 5-meter lineouts we've had on Georgia's try line. We've lost possession both times. That's what I'm talking about. It's just not clinical. We're in their 22. I would love to see how many times we've been in their 22 and what our conversion rate is, because I can tell you now it's not going to be great. We're going to have another 5-meter line out now. Lagging a lot. Sorry, bro. Hopefully it stabilizes. Let's see if Bongi can. Damien Willemse on for Apelele Fassi. Sasha also coming off. Wait, what's going on here? Who's come on where? I think Pollard's on at 10 and Damien's on at 15. Okay, we won. There, they disrupt our breakdown again. We've got advantage though. RG Snayman with a little bump. Pollard, Moody, great hands. What can Damien do? Damien Willemse, hands off one. Offloads. Penalty right in front of the poles. You've got to think we're probably going to go for a scrum here. Maybe a tap. Polly's calling for a scrum. Georgia bringing on their bench. Looks like their front row. Yeah, it's their front row. Okay, so 2 fresh front rows on. 5-meter scrum for the Springboks. Let's see what happens in the scrum. I mean, you've got to expect Springboks to get an advantage off the scrum, and then so they've got Pollard straight behind the scrum. They've got Damien Willemse about 1 meter right behind Pollard. So you're kind of going to expect Pollard to go one way, Damien to go the other. Grant's maybe going to decide which way they go. Let's see what happens here. Pretty solid scrum by Georgia. We're trying to milk the penalty. We don't get it. We go left to Polly. Pollard to Willemse. Willemse over for a try. Too easy from Willemse. He made that look far too comfortable. Damien Willemse made that look far, far too comfortable to get through. What was it, 2 guys there? 32-10. I'm interested to see this conversion, whether Polly gets it or not. I mean, Willemse makes that look so easy. The same criticism that applies to one must apply to all of them. Yeah? Okay, Polly, let's see if he converts. Of course Pollard converts. Why was I even doubting it? Oh my word, why was I even doubting that? And it was a tough kick. You see, this is the thing, like, it's such a good conversation and debate. Like, against the All Blacks, who are you playing at 10? You know it's going to be a tight game. You know it's going to be a couple of points in it. Every single point is vital. So do you play Pollard, who is the better? Yeah, it's so tough. I mean, you probably have to start Pollard against the All Blacks, right? Well taken. Again, Ron Nokia has had a great game again. Thanks, Jared. Appreciate the sub, bro. Thomas Toy. Yeah, you see Georgia all over our breakdown. Slow it down. We do well to get them out of there. Pollard with an up and under. Let's see where this falls. It's contestable. We don't win it, but Georgia are under pressure. Oh, and they're going to look to counter. No, they're kicking. Damian Willemse. Kick chase. Oh, what a kick by Damian Willemse. Georgia, are they going to, yeah, Georgia do kick it back. I'm surprised at how much Georgia's been kicking the ball actually. Pollard to Edwin van der Merwe, or you can expect some magic here. To Canan Moody, who has all the gas on the wing, puts a little chip through. Oh, he's just going to mark it. Georgia mark.
Good passing of the backfield from the Springboks. The way that they deputize for each other on the kick chase and the man that kicks drops back so that they can...
Now you see, I've asked this question, who starts against the All Blacks at Eden Park? And I mean, it's so split. Pollard, Marnie, who would want to be Rassie Erasmus? Because that one decision of who starts at fly half could win or lose you that game against New Zealand. You have to expect the fly half to kick 100%. Faf's on. And I think Grant Williams has had a fantastic game. He's been lightning quick at the breakdown. His box kicks have been pinpoints. He created a try. I mean, Grant Williams, I mean, give him a hand, a round of applause. He had a phenomenal first half. I think Grant Williams is our best scrum off at the moment. But let's see what Fafi can do. Off the top, Khaleesi crashes it up. Faf gets it out nice and quick. Peter Steph's been a little bit quiet. Oh, a little snap play. Andre Pollard inside to Damien Delende. Georgia had that covered all day. Faf, Canan Moody. Moody as well has had a good game. Archie Snyman. Oh my word, Georgia have been so good at the breakdown. I'd stolen that ball, advantage to them. We didn't release the ball. Size, thanks for subscribing, bro. Appreciate it.
Springboks coming up with so many plays. Backline playing two inside ball passing. Please make sure if I'm playing an advantage, you don't try and kill the ball.
Yeah, Ronald, you're not wrong. That is I mean, if your biggest stress is who you're going to select in a team, that's a very good position to be in, but it's still a difficult decision, man. I think that fly-off position is one of the most difficult decisions to make, especially for that New Zealand test. Especially for that New Zealand test. W size, Jared, you're not wrong. Guys, let's see if we can get a whole bunch of people to subscribe here. Let's see if we can hit 450. Again, if we somehow magically hit 42,000 by the end of the stream, I'll stream the under 20 final at 8:30. Springboks versus All Blacks. Pollard is not a brave choice at 10. No, Pollard is not a brave choice at 10. It's a brave choice to leave Pollard out of 10. It's a brave choice to choose Marnie or Sasha to start that game against the All Blacks. And that's just a fact. We're giving away another penalty off our feet at the breakdown. Yes, the breakdown has been tough. The breakdown has not... Some serious breakdown work needed to happen before the Rugby Championship. Hey. Georgia with the lineouts probably 15 meters from the try line now, off that penalty. Thanks to Ninja, thanks for subbing up. Please can we watch the baby Boks after Boks? Sometimes magic is what we need to beat New Zealand, and Sasha can bring you that. Yeah, but how much magic do we need? How much do we back ourselves? Because if we think we have the team to beat them, then we play Pollard. If we think we need a little bit extra, then we play a Sasha or Marnie and take that risk. Do we need to take that risk against the All Blacks, is what I'm asking. I'm not sure. Yeah, Georgia. There we go. Out here, offload. Off, oh, inside by 5. There goes Kirtley doing what he does. Oh, straight off your feet there, Vincent Koch. Yes, Nokia's had a good game, man. Another great carry by him. Fuffy picks up, injecting some pace. Offloads to Vincent Koch. He bashes it up. Fuff gets the ball. Does he win it back? Georgia have turned it over. Rusty's going to have a crash out after this game. For the All Blacks test, I say that we put Pollard at 10, Sasha could probably go 12. But why would you play Sasha at 12 when you have Damien Delende or Andre Esterhazen? It doesn't make sense to me. I get you want like an extra playmaker in the back line, but is Sasha going to outperform Damien Delende or Andre Esterhazen in that 12 jersey? Probably not. Yeah, and I agree, Damien Willems is also a better centre than Sasha. It's Eden Park, go big or go home. There's black magic in Eden Park, we need magic too. In a once-off game at Eden Park, when New Zealand haven't lost an entire 20 years of existence, we got to play Pollard. I suppose that we will miss the Baby Boks final later as well, but not having access to 201. When do we play the All Blacks? 6th of September and the 13th of September. We play Australia first in the Rugby Championship at Ellis Park in Cape Town. And then we travel away to New Zealand and then play against Argentina, one at home, one in London. Fuffy's come on and brought a nice bit of kick of energy into this game so far. He's got a roll, surely. Look, I think all in all, this is a success for Georgia. I think even though they lost, they'll be the happier of the two teams here. Oh, Damien knocks it on. How many knock-ons have we had? Does anyone have the stat? It's got to be close to 10. Handling errors have to be close to 10. And I mean, you could break that game down just if we haven't had as many handling errors, we'd be in better positions, we'd have more ball. So I mean, it could just come down to that, and maybe that's why the game feels scrappy. It's because of all the handling errors. What channel are you watching on? 201 on Supersport. Willemse should play 12 with Pollard at 10. He can bring that two-dimensional playmaking. Yeah, it's tough. That New Zealand selection is so tough. I'm going to make a video this week coming up on who I think should start in that All Blacks test after now that we've seen these 4 games that the Springboks have played. FSL. Live was blocked. Who's FSL? Forever, is that Forever Sport? What is that? Will you and Tim from Egg Chasers do a collab when he's down? Yeah, bro, we will. I will message him, and hopefully we will. I mean, we should. Oh, Caden Moody intercepts, but Georgia had advantage. Marco, what do you mean FSL Live was blocked? I'm confused. King Power, where's the no option? There is no option, bro. You either sub up or you do it later. Marco, I'm very interested to hear about this. FSL Live was blocked. What is that and why? Against the All Blacks, we need a reliable team. We can't experiment in New Zealand or they'll make us pay for that. No, we've got to go there to win. Georgia with a 5-meter line out now. They've scored from a maul already, and they're looking to do it for a second time.
Stubborn defense from the Springboks stops them in their tracks. 5 meters to travel for the Georgian.
We've defended it quite well, but they're picking up some momentum. Surely that's a turnover ball. Yeah, well defended, Springboks. Ay. Now Georgia outmauling us. Is this game a prank? Georgia really have their game on point. Yeah, I mean, respect to Georgia. Yeah, the New Zealand pundits are a joke, thinking that the URC doesn't prepare you for Test rugby as much as Super Rugby does. Complete jokes. I mean, well, we're going to see in September. We're going to see. It's going to be put to the test. Every time someone asks for an illegal stream, I'll have a shot. Let's hope I don't pass out. Oh, that's a good game. That's a good game. Maybe I'll do that live on stream. Sure, I think that stream will end quite early for me. Fussy had an okay first half. Nothing spectacular. Yeah, he had an okay game. Nothing too flashy. A very disappointing match from the Boks. You see, this is why when I started the stream, I said, what are our expectations? Because it's our expectations that are going to let us down. My expectations were 60 to 70 points. Some people's expectations were 40 points. Some were 50. 100 passes a wayward ball. Damien picks it up, clears. So, I mean, if your expectation was a 40 points to 10 point game, then, I mean, that's what you expected. Somebody was streaming the game live on another YouTube channel. He got blocked, lol. Yeah, you see, bro, you cannot, they will find you. They will find you, I promise you. And I mean, yeah, that channel's probably going to get banned and blocked and blacklisted now. So, how is Willemse playing Jordan? Well, he's been on for like 10, 15, or 7 out of 10 performance from Damian Willemse so far. Plus, he probably knows who could fill in a World Cup and play the All Blacks because he knows their strength and pace. Exactly. Georgia still have the ball. I mean, you've got to give credit to Georgia. I didn't expect them to be this upfront, this physical. I know Georgia are a physical side. But Georgia looking dangerous. Rowan Okia makes a great tackle. But Georgia can be extremely proud of this performance. Faf trying to steal the ball, and he does. He does. What a steal from Faf de Klerk. Pollard. Oh, we're running it from our 22. Here goes Moody. Here goes Moody. Switch to Edwell. Edwell steps a couple. Moody. Switch to Edwell. Edwell steps a couple. Edwell almost breaks the line. Brother Jay, please do the same with the Curry Cup. Yeah, I think we must do something around the Curry Cup. The Curry Cup doesn't get nearly as much love as it should. I mean, if you think back to Pollard with a little chip and chase. Who said Pollard's not a playmaker? Look at him go. Yo, that looked a bit forward. We have to do something around the Curry Cup. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do around the Curry Cup, what I want to do around the URC, whether I want to make like one big video a week. And you guys must let me know. I mean, you guys are the people I should be asking. You guys are the ones who watch. You guys are the ones who support. These are the two avenues I want to go. I either want to go one big video a week, like a video titled like I trained like a Springbok for 7 days, or what are some of the other, I got 100 Springboks to do X, like those type of videos. Or the other route, am I lagging? Am I lagging before I give you my other option? I feel like I'm lagging. On my phone, I'm lagging. Hopefully it corrects. Let me know when if I'm lagging or if it's done lagging. Then I can give you my two options and you guys can tell me. Okay, I think it might have cleared up. I think it's cleared up. Just to answer, yes, I do play for Hamilton's Wild Dogs. We played last night. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't know if you can see it on camera, but these two fingers are absolutely messed up from last night. We ended up winning 13-12 against Villagers. Tight, muddy game, but we ended up winning it. So the one route is a big video once a week. The other route is maybe creating like a daily live show where I live stream a show and then that goes up on YouTube after the live show. I want to do something a bit different. I'll bring guests on, have other content creators on. So let me know what you guys would prefer. One big video a week, obviously there's a lot of risk with that if they don't get views and stuff. Or the other way is, Damien Willemse with a massive step. Is almost like a daily rugby show. I feel like we don't have a daily. Ruan Nokia breaks the line. Fuffy. We don't have a daily rugby show where we tune in from 7 to 8 at night and we sort of all gather. Yes, that's a great offload by Archios Neyman. What a read by the Georgian wing. Sia up, offloads to Damien Willemse. Damien over the top to Edwall. Edwall cuts in. Sia. I'm going to finish my thought now. Let's just see if the Springboks score here. Quacker. Fuffy pops it over for who else but Edwall van der Merwe under the poles. What a try. Yes, Edwall van der Merwe is a try-scoring machine. And it's under the pole, so I'm just going to give them the 7 points. Right, 41. Let me just reply to some comments here. Jordan, we have no choice but try to stream on YouTube and access. If DSTV can't show us the BOKKE games, they should at least have a pay-per-view for BOKKE games, maybe 25 rand. That's not a bad idea, eh? Pay-per-view for Springbok games. That's not a bad idea. No, Polo will definitely not play in the Currie Cup. He'll be busy with Springboks or training with the URC team. You're going to see no Springboks in the Currie Cup. It's going to be like a under 24, under 23 team for all of the. So I think you'll see a lot of the under 20 Springbok guys in the Currie Cup this year. Can you stream it like the Supersport did? Whatever you do, keep them shorts coming. People have been loving the shorts. You guys have been supporting those shorts crazy. Nice to play for man's deal was 42,000. Unfortunately, we haven't hit that. But yeah, I think that's kind of the way we're going to go. Either one big video a week or we're going to create something that doesn't currently exist in the rugby space where I think... Guys, I love that you love the shorts. We put so much effort into those shorts. I think what a lot of rugby channels do is they drag out, they try and make a long form video and they try and drag that video out, where I'm kind of liking these shorts where we sort of get to the point, you know what's cracking in under 60 seconds. So I really like that you guys are loving those shorts. We put a lot of work into those, so thank you. Thoughts on Lorenzo Julius not making any bulk squad so far? Yeah, it's interesting. I thought Lorenzo Julius would have made it. Hopefully he makes it next season if he has a good URC season. But I mean, he's definitely part of the future of the Springboks. There's no other way to cut it. About 4 minutes left, 41-10. A comfortable victory. How are we feeling? Are we happy? Are we not happy? I personally thought it was a very scrappy, non-clinical game. You've got to give credit to Georgia, credit where credit's due. Would enjoy your opinion via YouTube Shorts even more often. Bro, I think we posted on YouTube Shorts once to twice a day. So we're really like grinding our content there. I mean, if we have to, because I know it's only 60 seconds, but there's a lot that goes into every one of those shorts. 3 minutes left. Okay, guys, as this game's wrapping up, give me your final thoughts on this game. Maybe rate it out of 10. Rate the Springbok performance out of 10 and give me your man of the match. Springbok performance out of 10 and rate your man of the match.
Feeds that scrum, which tears itself apart. Peeling away from it, Watchalong.
I hope the Springboks score before halftime. Brother, this is the second half. The game's about to end.
Who soldiered on through that potential injury,
Damian Willemse. Damian has been pretty good at the back. I mean, he creates so much space for other people when he's on that counter attack. See ya. Grant Williams back on. Yes, Bongi gets absolutely roasted and toasted in a tackle. Thomas the Toy. Oh, Pollard gets crunched. I mean, Georgians are still coming at the Springboks, absolutely nailing them in tackles. I agree. I think Grant Williams is man of the match. Oh, RG Sneeman with the offload. Grant Williams with the switch to Kurtley Arendse, and the Springboks go over for a final try of the game. That is going to make it 48 points to 10, and there will still be time for a kickoff. Yo. Grant Williams, 8 out of 10 for Grant. Thank goodness for your commentary. My DSTV just bombed. Let's go. Manus van der Merwe, not a bad shot, man of the match. We still scored 7 tries today. Lots of room to improve. 6.46 out of 10. Messi accuracy this game, like a 6 out of 10. Ah, thanks, Dana. Sorry, I mean full time. Yeah, I mean, I think there'll be another kickoff. Let's see. But I think this is going to be the scoreline. 20 seconds left. Let's see. Oh, Grant comes around the corner. Grant Williams. Yes, he's dangerous. Oh, George is stealing it. We need to work on our breakdown. We really need to work on our breakdown. Georgia knock it on. Grant Williams on the counter. Pollard. Kurtley. Sirens busy going. Are we going to kick it out? Looks like the boys want to play. RG Sneeman breaks the line again. Can he find the offload? He can't. Georgia might creep in here for a try. No, we recover nicely. Oh, Georgia knock it on. Are we still going to play or are we going to kick it out? What are we going to do, boys? We're going to play. Polly shifts it. Vincent Koch. Andre Pollard. Pollard through for a try. And that'll do it. That is going to be a 55 points win to 10 for the Springboks. A much, much better second half, it must be said. A much better second. A much better second half. Guys, I'm going to ask for one more time. Please hit that subscribe button. I will be dropping probably 2 or 3 long form videos tomorrow, a handful of shorts. So be locked in tomorrow. Get ready to watch the content. Can't complain. Even thought we expect more points on the board. Yeah. There'll be lots of content dropping tomorrow. We do have a bit of a break now. I think the next Springbok game is only on the 16th of August. So, I mean, we've got, almost a month. Currie Cup is starting. We're going to get the Rugby Championship squad dropping, which is going to be interesting. We have a lot of time over the next 4 weeks to kind of build up the Rugby Championship and speak about it. But the Springboks have started the year off well. 4 wins from 4 wins. I don't think we expected any less from them. It was a good warm-up, But now we got to get into the crux of it. Now it is time for the Rugby Championship. Time to start putting that squad together. I wonder how many players Rusty's going to take. My overall thoughts on this game: hat-trick for Edward van der Merwe, great game by Grant Williams. The debutants played extremely well. The front row debutants, scrappy, lots of handling errors, minor mistakes that cost us territory and possession, lots and lots to work on. But I mean, if you look at these 4 games, we've scored over, I want to say 200 points in 4 games. I think somewhere around there. So not bad. Not too shabby. Guys, thank you for tuning in, as always, to these live streams. I really, really enjoyed doing these live streams. I will see you guys soon. There will be a short dropping in the next 30 minutes on the channel.